Well, it's been a strong comeback from India after losing the first test, but England have squandered opportunities that have come their way in the series. I spoke to our chief cricket writer, Stephan Shemilt, in Ranchi earlier. He told me whether their approach has been justified.
England have taken so much criticism for being too aggressive, actually, in the second and third tests, when the situation maybe didn't demand it. In this test match, certainly in the first innings, when the pitch was difficult, England buckled down. They got themselves to their 353 thanks to Joe Root's century. I do wonder if they could have been slightly more aggressive against India's spinners on this Sunday afternoon. If there was ever a time for basballing, this was it. You're quite right to say that England's run rate of 2.69 was their slowest across an innings since Ben Stokes took over as captain alongside the coach Brendan McCullum. And some of England's dismissals were a little bit tentative. Ben Duckett popped a catch to short leg. Ben Stokes was trying to defend and played the ball into his pad and he was bowled. Johnny Bairstow patted a catch to extra cover. And it was Crawley and Bairstow who were the most aggressive of the players who made the runs. So you do wonder if on this occasion, England were just a little bit timid, if they were a little bit nervous. And it's strange, isn't it? They're damned if they do and damned if they don't. They might take some criticism for that or be questioned for that. I think ultimately where the problems arose were the wasteful nature of their defeats in the second and third tests and did not mitigate for the fact that India could play quite beautifully on this third day of the fourth test. And it shows how quickly things can turn around when test matches are played in this part of the world. And now England are staring at that series defeat. How
would you assess it from the sense of where the series currently sort of stands, really? Is it a case of India taking their chances and being given credit for that after fighting back from that first test defeat? Or is it a case of missed opportunities from England not taking their opportunities when they've come around?
Certainly a bit of both. And we have to remember how incredibly difficult it is for a visiting team to win just one test match in India, let alone an entire series. It is 12 years since India lost a home test series. And yes, this is a team in transition without some of its big stars. Virat Kohli, Mohammad Shami, Rishabh Pant, KL Rahul has been injured. But a new generation of players have come in and stood up. Yashasvi Jaiswal, Shubman Gill, the wicketkeeper Jarrell, Sarfaraz Khan. But of course, India have got that old firm bowling attack. The spinners, Ashwin and Jadeja, Jasprit Bumrah as a pacer, even though he has been rested for this fourth test match. If it does turn out to be 3-1, if you'd said England would be 3-1 down after four tests at the beginning of the series, you might have thought, actually, that's not too bad an effort for any visiting team coming to India. The regret comes from the opportunities that England have had for the scoreline to be much closer than that, level at 2-2, or even England in front. We will see if they can pull off something remarkable on the fourth day. England have got form for fightbacks. If they can't, they will look back at these four tests and wonder what might have been, and they will go to the fifth test in Dharamshala thinking that 4-1, if they were to lose there, would not be a fair reflection of this series.